Well, religion is still killing children. Parents in Italy killed their son by circumcising him at home and not seeking proper medical attention in time. Are you surprised? I'm not. Stick around and I'll tell you about it. Hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist. Quickie with a Skeptic edition, episode 4. Okay, before we get too far along, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that little notification bell. And if you're watching this on Facebook, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share. And go check out my Daily Atheist Facebook page. Thank you very much. And now, on with the show. Today, I'll be referencing an article by the Associated Press, which was published on Fox News. And in it, we read about the death of an infant child in Italy who was killed after his parents, either Muslims or Christians from Ghana, I couldn't find an article specifying which, circumcised him at home. According to the article, circumcision is not practiced much amongst the Roman Catholic majority in Italy, but Muslims from Africa still bring the practice with them. In case you're curious, Muslims perform circumcision for the same religious reasons as Christians, because Abraham, or Ibrahim if you want to be Muslim about it, because his mind was so rattled with STIs that he started hallucinating his God, and then he started mutilating himself, then forced the practice on his tribe, and subsequently the faith the tribe followed. If you go read the Old Testament, Genesis 12 talks about how Abraham gave his wife, who was pretending to be his sister, to the Pharaoh of Egypt. Genesis 12:17 tells us that she gave Pharaoh and subsequently his family a disease, which we can easily infer as being an STI. It seems to fit. Pharaoh in the Bible said that they had the cooties, and after many years, several STI-related hallucinations later, Abraham resorts to barbaric methods to try to appease his God and halt the disease. Ta-da! The birth of circumcision. They were already doing it in Egypt. They just came from Egypt. Okay. Also, the Pharaoh sent them away from Egypt, but let them keep all the goodies that they had acquired while they were there. Why? Because that's what you do when you think people have the crotch cooties. You don't want their crap, and you don't want your own crap back if you've already given it to them. So that leads us to modern day circumcision in most non-medical cases in our modern world. Now, before I go any further, there are a couple of things I want to point out. One is that it's my understanding there are several reasons why circumcision can be a good thing. Helpful, even for men. It makes cleaning the penis easier, and by that I mean it minimizes the chances of infection, etc. The other thing to point out is that in our modern society, an adult male may want to have it done just for aesthetic reasons, like a nose job, but for your willy, like a knob job, if you will. In fact, circumcision, there's a decreased risk of urinary tract infections and a reduced risk of some sexually transmitted infections and other infections of a penile nature, which brings us back to Abraham and their desire to start circumcising each other to combat the effects of STIs. Of course, the easiest way to convince people to do that is to tell them their God wants them to do it, I guess. Anyway, but to mutilate your child at home for nothing more than religious reasons and to do it without proper medical cause or medical supervision is just criminal. And we can rightly assume they didn't provide any type of legitimate anesthesia or pain control for the child. Why can we presume that? Because it's absolutely common to not use any form of anesthesia during male and female circumcision within poor Muslim families in poor nations such as Ghana. So in essence, it was literal torture. The cutting off parts of the most sensitive parts of an organ of a man without any pain mediation is torture. And I challenge anybody to disagree with me. As a side note, you can challenge me if you want. Please bring your foreskin and we'll cut it off and see if you don't agree it's torture. The moral of the story is to not cut on your kid's junk unless you got a really good reason to do it and you've got medical assistance and blah, blah, blah. I mean, to just do it because your God doesn't want them playing with his dick later is a bad excuse. Because he's going to play with it anyway. Just how it is. So I tell you what, if you agree with me, disagree with me, whatever, let me know in the comments below. I'm not going to ask if you're circumcised. I certainly don't want to know. What do you think about circumcision? Should it go? Now, female circumcision is just horrible. It's horrible. It's a shame that we even have to talk about it at all. It's just disgusting. How they ever thought that was a good idea that's just bad. But leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think about circumcision. Again, don't tell me if you're circumcised. I don't want to know photos. I don't want to know. Keep that stuff to yourself. But let me know what you think about it. If you like the show, give me a minute. Take a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, do the thing at the place with the stuff. Thank you very much.